With over 8 billion individuals on the earth, you've seen everything, right? Think again. Today we're delving into the lives of 20 amazing people who are pushing the limits of what we believe is humanly possible. From the tallest to the smallest, from magnetic bodies to reverse feet. These individuals demonstrate that truth is frequently stranger than fiction. Let's get started. Number 20, Martina Big, the woman who transformed everything. First up is Martina Big from Germany. You may be familiar with her from the internet, where she rose to prominence with some of the world's largest artificial breasts. We're discussing 32Z here, guys. Each breast weighs about 9 kilograms. That's almost 20 pounds and includes 9 liters of saline solution. But despite all of this, she has stated that she wants to go even further. Looking for clothes that fit? Yes, it has become a full-time challenge for her, but Martina does not appear to mind the attention or the difficulties. She has accepted her distinctive appearance and continues to live life on her own terms. Number 19, Kim Goodman, the eye-popping talent. Next, meet Kim Goodman from the United States, who possesses one of the most remarkable abilities you've ever seen. She can move her eyes 12 millimeters out of their sockets. Yes, you heard that correctly. Her eyes practically pop out. This weird skill developed after she was smacked in the head with a hockey mask, and her body responded in this extraordinary way. She realized she could do it after yawning one day, and the rest is history. Kim holds the Guinness World Record for the farthest eyeball protrusion. It's both interesting and scary to see. Yet, she's transformed it into something absolutely unique. Now, number 18, Valerie Smalley, the man with magical lashes. Here's someone who would make a makeup artist envious. Valerie Smalley from Ukraine has natural eyelashes that can grow up to 7 centimeters long. That's nearly 3 inches. Most women would kill for those lashes, but Valerie was just gifted by nature. He did not utilize serums, extensions, or anything artificial. Pure genetics. His eyelashes are long and rich, framing his eyes in the most dramatic way conceivable. He's become a local celebrity as a result. And who can blame the people for staring? Number 17, Jason Barnum, the tattooed eye criminal. This one takes a darker turn. Jason Barnum garnered attention for both his severe bodily modifications and his criminal history. He tattooed ink onto his right eyeball, rendering the white entirely black. It's a difficult and dangerous treatment that few people would ever consider. However, the ink in his eye is not his scariest feature. Jason is currently serving a 22-year jail sentence for armed robbery and shooting a police officer. His appearance became notorious after his mugshot went viral, depicting a man who had transformed himself into something nearly unearthly. It serves as a reminder that drastic adjustments often result in extreme stories. Now, number 16, Muhihi Boljubasic, the magnetic man. Have you ever lost your keys and wish you could simply attract them to you? Muhihi Boljubasic of Bosnia can. This man has an unusual ailment that causes his body to be magnetic. Metal objects, including some plastic goods, can adhere to his skin without the use of adhesive or trickery. Scientists believe it is due to high amounts of friction in his skin or a suction effect, but whatever it is completely real. Muhihi can place coins, spoons, and even heavy pans against his chest or forehead. He never loses his keys because, well, they physically stick with him. Talk about a superpower. Number 15, Yu Jianwan, the real-life monkey man. Yu Jianwan from China has an unusual and tough track record. He is officially regarded as the world's hairiest guy, with 96% of his body covered in thick hair. He's been nicknamed Monkey Man since boyhood, and while he's come to accept his differences, he's also indicated a desire to get laser hair removal surgery. The disorder is termed hypertrichosis, and it is quite unusual. Yu claims he doesn't even own a razor because, well, what's the point? Despite the glances and comments he's received throughout his life, he's kept a cheerful attitude and even utilizes his appearance to raise awareness about rare genetic disorders. Number 14, Maria Jose Cristerna, the vampire woman. Maria Jose Cristerna of Mexico is not your average looking individual. She has evolved into what she refers to as the vampire woman. She has titanium horns implanted beneath her skin of her brow, massive facial and body tattoos covering approximately 96% of her skin, numerous piercings, and even titanium fangs. But here's what makes her story so powerful. Despite her intimidating appearance, Maria is a staunch champion against domestic abuse. She overcame an abusive marriage and used her metamorphosis to reclaim her power and identity. She travels around delivering presentations and assisting other survivors. It's a lovely reminder that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, no matter how dramatic it may be. Now, number 13. Michelle Koebke, the quest for the tiniest waist. Michelle Koebke from Germany has a dream to have the world's tiniest waist. So she began wearing a corset and never really stopped. Over time, her natural 25-inch waist was reduced to just under 21 inches. When she wears her corset, which she does most of the time, her waist measures an astonishing 16 inches. That is smaller than most people's thighs. You might be asking what happens to her internal organs, and experts have raised major concerns. Her liver, stomach, and intestines are all crushed and rearranged. Despite the health concerns, Michelle maintains her pursuit, claiming it makes her feel attractive and special. It's a severe bodily modification on a whole new level. Number 12, Wang Feng, walking backwards, forward. Wang Feng of China is born with an exceptionally unusual condition in which her feet are entirely reversed. Her heels are where her toes should be, and they point backward. In its most extreme form, bilateral talipes equinovarus is paired with tibial torsion. Doctors offered Wang many procedures to try to fix it, but he refused. Instead, she learned to walk with her feet backwards, adjusting in ways that appear impossible, and here's the truly remarkable part. She refused to be a part of the disabled list. Wang currently works as a server at a busy restaurant in Chongqing, walking backwards all day, serving clients and living her life. She has demonstrated that disability is frequently more about perception than actual limitations. Now, number 11. Sultan Kozin and Chandra Bahadur Donji, giants and tiny. In 2014, two amazing men met in Turkey, and the images went viral right away. Sultan Kozin of Turkey measures an amazing 8 feet 3 inches tall, making him the world's tallest living male. His height is the result of a tumor affecting his pituitary gland, which produced excessive growth hormone production. Standing beside him was Nepal's Chandra Bahadur Donji, the shortest adult human ever measured at 21.5 inches. Sadly, Chandra died in 2015, but the photographs of these two guys together, a stunning reminder of how different human biology can be. Sultan has undergone treatment to stop his development and now wears crutches to help with mobility. But he has accepted his height and the platform it's given him. Number 10, Carlos Rodriguez, half-headed and surviving. This one is difficult to look upon, but impossible to forget. Carlos Rodriguez, sometimes known as Half-Head Carlos, lost a significant section of his skull in a tragic drunk driving accident. The front half of his skull and brain was seriously damaged, and surgeons had to remove a large chunk to preserve his life. What remains is shocking. You can clearly see where the skull terminates and the skin only covers the space. Despite this, Carlos survived and proceeded to get in trouble with the law, with authorities releasing his mugshot following his arrest for running a prostitution ring. It went viral. People couldn't believe anyone could survive such a horrific injury. His narrative demonstrates both human resiliency and the consequences of foolish decisions. Number 9, Annie Hawkins Turner, naturally blessed. Unlike many of the people on the list who have altered their bodies, Annie Hawkins Turner was born with an extremely unusual innate ability. She wears a 48V bra, which is not a typo. Her breasts are the world's largest natural breasts, each weighing approximately 56 pounds. Annie has an uncommon disorder known as gigantomastia, which causes excessive breast growth. She's been tormented and stared at her entire life, but she's also made a career out of her distinctiveness appearing in documentaries and interviews despite her back discomfort and mobility limitations. Annie keeps a happy attitude and has stated that she would not alter anything about herself. She's become an advocate for body positivity and self-acceptance. Now, number 8, Abby and Brittany Hensel. 2 hearts, 1 body. Abby and Brittany Hensel are dicephalic parapagus twins, or conjoined twins with 2 heads and 1 body. Each twin controls one side of their shared body. With Abby controlling the right and Brittany controlling the left, they've had to learn to coordinate every movement, from walking to driving to playing sports. And amazingly, they do it all. Twins graduated from college with education degrees and now work as 5th grade teachers. They've appeared in several documentaries and television series, presenting their unique take on life. Their narrative is about tremendous teamwork, adaptation, and an enduring bond between sisters. Number 7, Jyoti Amga, the world's smallest woman. Jyoti Amga of India is the world's tiniest living woman, standing only 2 feet and 0.6 inches tall. She has achondroplasia, a type of dwarfism that prevents her from growing despite being small. Jyoti has a larger-than-life personality. She's appeared in American Horror Story, Freak Show, travels the world making appearances, and become a star in and of herself. She sleeps in a custom-made bed, eats from specially created plates, and has a wardrobe of custom-tailored clothing. Jyoti believes that her size is what makes her unique rather than a hindrance, and she's totally correct. Number 6, Paul Carrison, the Blue Man. Paul Carrison became known as Papa Smurf because his complexion developed a deep blue-gray color. How did this occur? Paul had been drinking colloidal silver, a liquid solution of silver particles, as an alternative treatment for dermatitis. Over time, silver accumulated in his skin tissue, resulting in argyria, a condition that permanently stains his skin blue. Despite the doctor's concerns, Paul persevered with the procedure since he believed it would enhance his health. He died of a heart attack in 2013, but his unique appearance sparked an internet sensation and served as a cautionary story about alternative medicines gone wrong. Number 5, Supatra Sisufan, the hairiest girl. Supatra Sisufan from Thailand was born with Ambras syndrome, an extremely rare genetic disorder, sometimes known as werewolf syndrome. Her face and body are covered in thick hair, giving her the appearance that resulted in childhood bullying and glances. However, Supatra refused to define her negatively. Guinness World Records dubbed her as the world's hairiest girl, and she embraced that title rather than hiding it. She has freely discussed her disabilities, is married, and has a full, happy life. Supatra claims that her spouse loves her for who she is, hair and all. She has been an inspiration to those with visible differences all across the world. Number 4, Francisco Domingo Joaquim, the whitest mouth. Francisco Domingo Joaquim from Angola can open his mouth to a width of 6.69 inches. That's wide enough to accommodate a full Coke can sideways. He discovered his stretchy lips as a toddler and has since held the Guinness World Records for the widest mouth. Francisco has turned this odd talent into a career, playing at concerts and making appearances all over the world. He can put anything in his mouth and make almost impossible facial expressions. It's strange, entertaining, and surely memorable. Number 3, Lizzie Velasquez, the girl who couldn't gain weight. Lizzie Velasquez has an exceedingly uncommon congenital condition that stops her from gaining weight. Regardless of how much she consumes, she has to eat every 15 to 20 minutes and consume up to 8,000 calories every day. But she has never weighed more than 64 pounds. She is also blind in one eye and has limited vision in the other. Lizzie was cyberbullied as a teenager after a video titled "The World's Ugliest Woman" went viral. Rather than letting it kill her, she went on to become a motivational speaker, anti-bullying crusader, and author. She delivered a TEDx talk that has been viewed millions of times. Lizzie has transformed cruelty into purpose, and her message of perseverance and self-worth has impacted many people. Now, number 2, Gary Turner, the stretchiest skin. Gary Turner from the United Kingdom has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a connective tissue ailment that causes his skin to be extremely elastic. He can stretch the skin on his tummy up to 6.25 inches. It's not unpleasant, and the skin immediately snaps back into place. Gary holds the Guinness World Record for the stretchiest skin and has featured on several television shows to demonstrate his uncommon skill. He's even utilized it for performance art. While EDS can cause joint problems and other health issues, Gary has found a way to embrace his differences rather than hide them. Now, coming in at number 1, Tom Leppard, the Leopard Man. Finally, we have Tom Leppard, who is the world's most tattooed man until he died in 2016. He has leopard spot tattoos across 99.9% of his body, hence his moniker. Tom spent nearly 20 years living alone in a hut in Scotland's Isle of Skye, enjoying a solitary, rustic life. He would kayak to the mainland once a week to get supplies, living nearly entirely off the grid. Tom stated that he got the tattoos to stand out, and he surely succeeded. In his later years, he moved into a care home, but he was always proud of his appearance. He was a genuine guy who loved life on his own terms. Concludes our journey through some of the most incredible people on the planet. Isn't this crazy? 20 stories that show you don't have to fit in to stand out. In fact, the traits that set you apart may be the very things that make you unforgettable. These anecdotes are not only stunning, they also serve as a reminder that confidence always triumphs over conformity. So embrace your oddities, defects, and bizarre little superpowers. That's what defines you. If this video inspired you or made you smile, please like it, subscribe for more amazing stories, and switch on notifications so you never miss out on what comes next. And hey, tell us in the comments who blew your mind the most. See you in the next one.